Hey Husky fans, Kirsten Krull here to give you a recap of all of the action that happened in Husky Nation last week and to get you ready for the games this weekend with your weekend warm-up. The St. Cloud State football team was in action last week looking to bounce back after a tough overtime loss. Huskies taking on Southwest Minnesota State University Mustangs, and in the second quarter, game is tied at 7 apiece, and that will change with the pick 6 from Stewart. Huskies take the lead up 14-7. Jump into the third, Huskies are up 21-20, and Southwest Minnesota State's Max Simmons punches it in from 8 yards. Mustangs go up 28-21. In the fourth quarter, St. Cloud State is down by 7, and they'll answer back with the touchdown run from Kertwan Evans. Game is now tied at 35, and with under a minute left in the fourth, Bauman connects with Daniel Davis for the touchdown, and that would be the game-winning score as Southwest Minnesota State would go on to win 42-38. The Huskies volleyball team went on a 3-game road trip this week looking to stay strong in the NSIC. The first game went according to plan as the Dogs swept the Crookston Golden Eagles and Clara Krenz took possession of the all-time school digs record. The second match of the week took the team to Augustana where they suffered their first straight set loss of the year to the Vikings. Lindsay Rachel did pick up a double-double in the loss to keep her successful second year going. And in the final match of the road trip, the Huskies faced number 11 Wayne State in Nebraska and fell in straight sets, making it the first time this season the team has lost 2 games in a row. The Huskies return to action this week with a 3-game homestand. Taking things to the pitch now, St. Cloud hosted the Upper Iowa Peacocks. In the 20th minute, Claire Shea would bring it down to the corner, pass it cross net to forward Jenna Dominguez, centering to Nicole Fries, and would find Monica Majeski for the goal. Huskies up 1-0. Just a few minutes later, Jenna Dominguez, she's all over the field today, takes it from the midfield past 3 Peacock defenders as Natalie Rudrud would try and make a play on the ball, but Dominguez puts in home for the Huskies. In the second half, Huskies look as though they get themselves out of a jam, but a yellow card would result in a penalty kick for Victoria Sanchez, and she would snipe one over the head of the Huskies goalkeeper Zoe Welch, but that would not be enough as the Huskies take this one 2-1. In the second game of the weekend, St. Cloud faced off against Winona State, who got to a quick start with a goal by Georgette DePaulis, but the Huskies answer with a penalty kick goal by Caitlin Dubinsky. St. Cloud State would score their second goal of the day by the leg of Jenna Dominguez, her 3rd of the season. Later in the first half, Brooke Barr scores off an Emma Van Dunselar assist, Barr's 2nd on the season. Now midway in the second, Winona's Ellie Wardell scores off an assist from Georgette DePaulis, but that would be it for scoring, meaning your Huskies win 3-2. After last weekend's sweep versus RIT, the women's hockey team was in Minneapolis to take on WCHA rival, the Minnesota Gophers. Things got started quick for the Gophers as they scored just 44 seconds in the game from Alex Woken. Then later in the period, Woken again giving Minnesota the 2-0 lead. And in the second, Olivia Knowles nets the 3rd Gopher goal, and that would be it. Huskies shut out 3-0. In game 2, 7 minutes into the first period, and it's Emily Brown drawing first blood as the Gophers start strong 1-0. After a second scoreless period, almost 2 minutes into the third before Dana Rasmussen all by herself ties things up at 1. 10 minutes in, and Emily Brown again gives Minnesota the lead 2-1, and it was all Minnesota after that as they scored 2 more goals from Katie Skaja and Taylor Heisey, and the late Abby Thiessen goal wouldn't be enough as the Gophers take the game and the sweep. After last weekend's meet was canceled due to weather, cross country was in La Crosse this weekend for the Tori Neubauer Invitational. The Huskies finished 8 overall out of 22 teams with 237 points. Chrissy Lofgren was St. Cloud's top runner, finishing in the top 20, while freshman Chelsea Booley placed in the top 40. Taking a look at this weekend, it's action-packed with football traveling to Winona, while women's hockey hosts the Minnesota State Mavericks this Friday and Saturday. Then the men's team takes on number 11 Northeastern University at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center for their home opener. Then the men's and women's swim and dive team will be in Northfield for the Carleton Invite, and the women's soccer team hits the road as they take on Sioux Falls and Southwest Minnesota State. Volleyball will take home court this weekend to break their recent skid versus Southwest Minnesota State and then Sioux Falls. And to finish things off, cross country will be competing in the NSIC Championships held in Wayne, Nebraska. That's all we have for you this week. For more information on Huskies Athletics, you can go to SCSUHuskies.com. But until then, we'll see you back here next week.